Look, I'm just going to say it. This is what you've been doing wrong to gain muscle. You are in the gym grinding, sweating, and pushing yourself to the absolute limit, but month after month, you look exactly the same in the mirror. It's not because you lack discipline, it's because the fitness industry has fed you pure bro science. Today, we are exposing the 5 biggest things that are completely hindering your muscle growth, and I need you to pay incredibly close attention to the last one, because you've been doing it all along thinking you are outworking everyone and showing ultimate dedication, when biologically, it is the absolute worst thing you can do, and it is literally eating your gains. Let's start with mistake number 1, the anabolic window panic. We have all been there. You finish your last set of bicep curls and suddenly turn into an Olympic sprinter, tripping over dumbbells to get to your locker so you can chug a whey protein shake within exactly 34 seconds. Bro science tells you that if you miss this magical 30-minute window, your entire workout was a waste. The actual science, it doesn't work like that. When you lift weights, your muscle protein synthesis, or MPS, is elevated for 24 to 48 hours. Your muscles are not a ticking time bomb. The biological reality is that your total daily protein intake dictates your growth, not the speed of consumption. So stop stressing, take a shower, and go eat a steak 2 hours later. Your gains are perfectly safe. Mistake number 2 is the muscle confusion myth. You see guys in the gym doing single-leg, upside-down kettlebell presses on a Bosu ball because they think they need to shock the muscle by changing their routine every single week. Listen, your muscles don't have a brain. They can't be confused. When you constantly change exercises, the initial strength gains you feel aren't actual muscle growth. They're purely neurological adaptations. Your nervous system is just learning how to coordinate a new awkward movement. To actually lay down thick, new muscle tissue, you need morphological adaptation, and that requires progressive overload. You need to stick to the same fundamental lifts for weeks, adding weight or reps over time. Stop acting like a circus performer to confuse your muscles, because the only thing you are confusing is your actual progress. Coming in at number 3 is the junk volume and the no pain, no gain trap. Bro science dictates that if you aren't doing 25 sets of chest, hitting it from 8 different angles until you physically cannot lift your arms, you aren't growing. This is biologically backwards. Science shows that only the effective reps, the last 3 to 4 reps before total mechanical failure, are what actually trigger hypertrophy. Doing endless mediocre sets past your maximum recoverable volume doesn't build more muscle, it just massively spikes your central nervous system fatigue. You are basically setting your house on fire and wondering why it's taking so long to rebuild. Quality intensity will always beat mindless, endless quantity. Mistake number 4 is the dirty bulk delusion. We all know that guy who uses bulking as a permanent excuse to shovel 5,000 calories of pizza and donuts down his throat. The logic is eat big to get big, right? Wrong. Muscle protein synthesis is biologically rate limited. If you are a natural lifter, a caloric surplus of just 200 to 300 calories a day is all you need to maximize your muscle growth. Your body literally has a biological cap on how much tissue it can synthesize at once. Any calories you eat past that point cannot mathematically be turned into muscle. They simply spill over and are stored directly as adipose tissue. You aren't cultivating mass, bro. You're just getting fat, and you're going to lose all that hard-earned muscle when you eventually have to starve yourself to cut it all off. And finally, mistake number 5, the ultimate trap, the one you've been doing all along thinking it makes you a beast, the hustle culture sleep deprivation trap. Sleep is for the weak. Wake up at 4 a.m. and grind. You think sacrificing sleep to hit the gym harder is the ultimate sign of dedication. But here's the brutal biological truth. You do not build muscle in the gym. You tear it down in the gym. You only build it when you are in deep REM and slow wave sleep. When you chronically run on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, your testosterone plummets and your body pumps out massive amounts of cortisol, a stress hormone. Cortisol is highly catabolic. It literally breaks down the amino acids in your muscle tissue to use for emergency energy. By sacrificing your sleep to train more, you are biologically cannibalizing the exact muscle you just tore your body apart to build. Sleep isn't a luxury. It is the most anabolic thing you can possibly do. So, there it is. Stop rushing your protein, stop confusing your workouts, cut the junk volume, drop the dirty bulk, and go to bed. Fix these 5 things, and your body will finally have no choice but to grow.